Okay, so where does one start? Oh
Uh,
dear.
Let me talk about the diets. I know I mentioned diets.
Okay, let's talk about the diet then.
Right. Now, I have noticed myself, okay, I was actually meaning to bring it up on one or two occasions, that as you start to evolve, they notice a change in their diet. And they're not as attracted to diet as they were before. You find yourself getting lighter.
Yeah.
This is what will happen naturally. You're more attracted to the light side of stuff, which is an indicator of where you're making your progress. You can then walk tall. That'll help you to walk tall because you've now got your mind right, because your gut is right. I think I mentioned that before, between the gut, the connection between the gut and the brain. If that connection is poisoned by what you're eating, it's affecting your brain. So it's impossible to think straight. Right?
That explains why there's so many bent people in the world.
And you never know what's below the screen. That's it. That's an in-house. Boy. That's an in-house one there, folks.
Oh dear, oh dear. In my case, it's the keyboard.
But I was going to speak about it because I have noticed that there's a huge connection with those three things, to go back into the God question again. So you will start to love the Creator first. I want you to realize who the Creator is. And you will start admiring all the rest of the beauty that's around you. This is where you will start to see the females, if you're a male, and the especially attractive ones. You will notice them a lot more, and you'll be attracted to them a lot more because of the light. But you'll see that everywhere, in the landscapes, in the sky, in the clouds, in the moon at night, birds. You'll see it everywhere. It'll be a lot more noticeable than before as you advance. So you learn to straighten yourself up and be who you are, and you will walk tall. What have you got under there? So walk tall. Let's not go there.
I'm not bringing it up.
Yes, you are. So
no, I'm not.
So yeah, diet is critical. If you're overweight up here. It's only then you become ill, if you notice. The heavier you are, the more problems, illness-wise, you have. There's a connection. I know you could say, what about diabetes and all that? They're already in the DNA from before, from their parents. They're in the genes. So unless you're aware of them from very early on, you can do something about that in the genes. But if you only become aware as you get older, and say, it's all genetic, it's too late to do anything about it then. But if you knew about it years previous, you could have done something about it. I had time to develop it, to fight it, to clear it.
Yeah. Well, you could be like me. You could be like me, William. I just like, or I should say, I love to live life.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Okay. There's a lot of people today are scared to live life because of the negative, the dark, the programming, whatever. They're so scared that anxiety is rife right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which can affect the diet and everything else. Now, I'll be the first to admit I'm probably, I am overweight. Okay. When I say I'm overweight, I'm not overweight by a lot, but technically, yes, I am. But that's fine because I do listen to my body,
Mhm.
and there are times when I have reduced portions or I change the diet completely from week to week. So I tweak it personally because my body knows what I need at any given time. Does that mean that it works? Well, sometimes it does. And sometimes in the weak moments, it doesn't work because guess what, folks? We're humans.
But
So, yeah,
if you are aware that's what your body is saying to you, and you ignore your body, that's when your body gives you an almighty swift kick in the ass.
absolutely.
You start and you ignore it, it'll give you a small little indication first.
Yeah,
Then you ignore that, the indicator become slightly larger, and the more you ignore it, the bigger the kick becomes.
yeah,
It'll wind up with all of these, let's call them cancers, or these blood disorders, etc. They all come from up here because you're not listening to what's going on down there. Now, meat, I'm a vegetarian, right? The reason I say I'm vegetarian is because that's the only name that I can say to people that I don't eat meat. I didn't decide to become vegetarian. I just stopped eating meat because I listened to my body. My body said, forget it. It was like saying, hang on there, buddy. Like someone standing next to me. What the hell do you think you're doing? No more meat. It was that strong. No meat. And I haven't touched
yeah,
it. Meat. Crikey, I didn't want to get into this, right? Meat carries a vibration of the animal that was originally alive. What did that animal experience before it died? It knew it was dying. So it carried that fright, that fear within it. It transferred into the body of the animal, right? Crikey, I didn't want to be doing this today. I didn't want to ever say this, but that's what meat is. You're carrying that vibration into the meat.
but you could take that one step further, William. Look, if you eat any vegetable or any plant, right, it's the same thing. It's a living being, a living organism. It might not have the emotional attachment that maybe an animal does, but at the end of the day, if we were stuck on this planet and everything was here for our enjoyment or to feed us, you did what was necessary. Where an indigenous species would do that.
I don't know if I agree with you 100% in that term. I mean,
well, I think, and this is a great discussion because no one person is going to agree with that. But
yeah.
the thing is, I understand the point of view. I really do. But what I don't get is that we have to eat at some point. Now, I do realize that the mass production that we have today is not what it was when we were younger,
No.
let alone going back hundreds of thousands of years. So what you're saying is absolutely true and correct. I would agree 100% with that. But to knock it on the head totally, I just think, well, you know
Yes, I would. I would knock it on the head totally.
what? Okay.
This is where you and I kind of disagree on this.
Yeah.
I just don't eat meat. Does that make me vegetarian? If that's the title they want to put on it, fine. But I cannot eat meat. And in the books, they say they don't eat meat, and they say the very same thing, which is what I knew from years ago, and I always brought it forward. They say the exact same thing. You cannot be healthy if you're eating meat. You need to be healthy. You must be healthy to advance. They are very, very strict in that themselves. They only eat plants. They emphasize the health. If you've got a healthy body, you've got a healthy mind. A healthy mind does not get sick. And a healthy body does not get sick. I mean, I don't catch colds, flus, or
Neither do I.
or anything, or anything that's going.
All right.
You know. So, yeah.
I don't eat as much now as I used to, obviously, but and I do eat more vegetables, so to speak. But I'm tending not to eat as much of anything.
But you will find that as you grow spiritually, your appetite will get smaller and smaller until eventually food may not even interest you. So what the fourth dimensional beings, they also live on what they call the planet, the ether, the manna, which is what descended on the Israelites in the desert when the manna fell from heaven to give them food. That's what that was.
I've got a question. And this is probably a very valid at this point in time, is that a lot of people that say they're awake or spiritual or whatever have often said to me, if you eat meat at all, you just can't be spiritual. And I keep thinking to myself, well, I'm probably a lot more spiritual or spiritually aware than a lot of people that are just vegan or vegetarian.
Vegan, I wouldn't recommend. I would not recommend vegan. But those people that said that here, right? I'm jumping in because it'll go over my head. They're not in no position to condemn you.
Well, yeah, I know.
You don't talk about other people when you've got a beam in your own eye. First, remove the beam in your own eye before you remove the splinter in the other person's eye.
But look, at the end of the day, to me, it's just irrelevant. People want to be one or the other. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. And I honestly believe that you can be spiritual regardless of what you eat. I do take on board what you're saying about the healthy diet and the healthy mind. Definitely, because I probably could be healthier.
Where am I now? Hang on. Forget the word probably there for a minute. Could you be healthier? Take out, you said probably could be healthier. So take out the probably, what does that mean? You could be healthier?
Yeah.
You just answered your own question.
There you go. See how easy it is, folks? You can differ. You can have different points of view, but you can talk about it and get the answers. You don't have to argue. Well, we did a little bit, didn't we? Just a little bit.
Well, until the recording stops.
Oh, dear. I've had it now, folks.
No, but I think people will start to realize where we're coming from. This idea that you can't be spiritual and eat meat. People shouldn't say things like that. They're not living the other person's life. But could you be more spiritual if you didn't eat the meat? Definitely.
Possibly.
Definitely. Absolutely. It'll help you. It definitely helps. But don't give it up. If your body says, I want meat, be careful there. Don't do it because I'm saying it or because you're saying it or because your neighbor is saying it. You will listen to your body. The body will always tell you.
And to be honest with you, I am mixing it up a little bit, so it's pretty good now, but it definitely could be better.
I can see a stage, right? It's not too far off. Well, I know from me, I'm sure maybe others, well, I just stop eating. I won't need to eat. I can see that. I can see that in the not too distant future, in the very near future, as a matter of fact.
You see, This is funny you should say that, because on weekends, if I'm not busy working as such, I don't tend to eat a lot at all. But because I'm constantly working 10 hours a day or sometimes 6 days a week, I do tend to work up a bit of an appetite. So I do want to eat. But when I'm on holidays or just relaxing, I very rarely eat. So yeah, it's interesting that you brought that up. Maybe I should quit my job, eh? Maybe I should retire. Hey, we could do a video every day then.
I don't think we would.
No, I don't think we would either.
Circumstances would change completely. The atmosphere, the energy in it would change completely.
It would. It would, yeah, definitely.
So you see how you're doing with your diet now?
Sorry?
You see where your diet brought you to?
Oh, crikey. Was I following that? Probably not.
So
Yeah.
think
Honestly,
about it. Think about it. Think
oh, look,
about
you're
it.
gonna have to.
No,
It's getting late.
yeah,
You're gonna have to tell
afterwards.
me.
Tell you afterwards.
Okay.
But you're at the stage you're at now because of your diet.
Yeah.
Let me put it that
Definitely.
way.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I am a very wise old git, like. I am Gabriel.
Well, what am I?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh
Oh
dear.
dear, oh
Oh
dear.
dear, oh dear, oh dear. What an
I'm
invite.
just
What an invite.
I'm just the sidekick for people to learn from. How's that?
Actually, without denigration or depreciating you, it's perfect. And I do
Yeah.
appreciate it. And I thank you for that. But I do not mean to denigrate you.
No.
I much prefer to laugh at myself.
Yeah.
I all much prefer to laugh
So
at
do
myself.
I.
You're not a bit funny, Kelly.
See how quickly you change it. Oh dear. Okay, well, we've spoken about diet. Is there any more that you want to talk about on that, or did you want to go somewhere else?
Well, do you want to go somewhere? Do you have another question?
Not on diet, no.
All right, just diet's gone. What was the other? Anything else?
Okay, diet. Let's have a look at the list, shall we?
Anything on what I spoke about in the last video? I know the last video is very heavy. It was meant to be heavy. This one is, as you can already feel, is much lighter.
Now, you spoke about Gabriel. Did you want to speak about Michael?
Oh, right. Good one. There's a lot of videos going around quite recently, and I happened to come across the short videos, and they said they're coming from Michael. They're not. They just have to keep it that simple. If we see them, they're Michael. I know that there's a good person that I've been following for quite some time, and he certainly says he's starting to get messages from Michael, and telling him how things are going and what he should be doing and all that. That's not Michael, and he should know better than that.
So, how do you know it's not Michael? I mean, what is it about? Pardon me, the information that makes you want to say that?
The vibration is completely different. It's all wrong. It's all wrong.
And again, it comes down to the vibration. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all wrong. Completely wrong.
Yeah.
I can barely. I mean, I know there's a lot of. I don't know who's posting these particular videos. They're 15, 20 minutes long. There seems to be all appearing all of a sudden. Michael's message of the day and all. It ain't Michael, folks. Believe me, I know. If it was him.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a busy little bee right enough, but it ain't him.
there was something else that you wanted to talk about, but we might need a prop to do it. So.
Oh, right.
Oh, all right.
I'm asking you, shipmates. Hey,
Hey. Oh, here we
there's
go.
hiding. Right. There's actually two of them. Bring down the prop.
I just happen to have something right
I
here.
just happen to have something right here now. So I do. And it's
Is
these
that
things.
the real? Oh, look at that.
These
That's for your new
things.
pendulum.
It's not a new pendulum. It's a it's
a rock.
Well, it is a bit a crystal. It is a crystal. I have to say that now. I have to say that now. Just like that. Now, there are people out there, and they live by these things. But these are just tools, right? And people, I think they live in their life, and they're giving demonstrations on their videos, and they're giving out all these messages because of this thing. Now, I've been using pendulums for a long time, for years. You can also use these divining rods. But these pendulums, they give you the right hand. You'll see how that's working, right? That's just giving me I don't know why it's saying no to me for something. So it's I'm not doing that, folks. That pendulum is doing that itself. So could you please change direction? Let me see what it does now. There you go. Change the direction. Now, watch this. Let me switch pendulums. Let me switch pendulums for you. I'll show you something.
Oh, look at that.
A tea bag.
It's a tea bag.
A tea bag, yeah. A used tea bag. Well, I said I may as well get some value out of it.
Oh, crikey. You could have got a brand new one.
So, there you go. There you go, folks. There's your pendulum.
A soggy, wet tea bag.
You change direction.
So if you buy a packet of tea bags, you've got how many pendulums in there?
Oh, you got about 20
Quite
cups.
a few.
20 cups of pendulums.
Now I know we take the mickey out of.
We take the tea out of the tea bags.
Now I know we take the mickey out of people, selling gifts and knickknacks online and everything.
Yeah, we must come to what are we selling today? The gold? Are we selling gold today, or silver? Or is it some type of medicine, or what are we selling?
No, just a pendulum, and you get a free cup of tea on us.
Oh, you get a free cup of tea, yeah, folks. They're not toys.
Yeah. No.
Okay, they're not toys, and unless you're very, very careful, they can give you a lot of wrong answers. Let me say that word again, wrong answers.
Yeah.
You have to be very, very conscious and very, very aware. There was a person that I used to speak to some time back, and they were using a pendulum, and I was trying to get this person's attention because I wanted to speak to her about the pendulums. And but she never took up the offer because she was giving out, and she's probably going to hop back on me if she ever hears this. Oh, I'm this and I'm that, and I'm very careful using the pendulum. She not had it a wet week. So
she what? Sorry,
she's not doing it a wet week. She's not that long doing it.
Ah, right. Sorry. When you said a wet week, I'm thinking, what the hell's that?
Oh, that's just an Irish expression.
Ah, well, we're not all Irish, are we?
But you're not speaking for yourself.
No.
So So anyway, hasn't been doing it that long, but thinks she cannot do wrong. And I was trying to get her attention. I said, let's go compare pendulums. We'll do. It was never done. But still, the messages keep going out. They kept, yes and no, and getting all the variations of all the different answers. And I'm going to say, let me catch you there, and stop it there, give you a bit of a shaking. I'm very fond of her. I am, I'm very, very fond of her. But boy, does she need a bit of a wakening up. But she'll say, oh, you're the one that's talking. You're the one that should need waking up, because you're the one that's doing that. No. I'm just saying as is. I've been at it far, far, far longer than she has. I know how wrong they can be. That's why I always triple check and double, triple if there's such a thing, and triple that again to check answers. But I am consciously aware when I am truly connected to the crystal. When you know, you know. And it takes a long time to get there. A long time of practice. And don't go practicing on people.
Yeah.
So any tea bags today, Dermot? Any more? Can we sell anything else? Come on, come on, everybody is flogging something. So come on, can we flog? You should notice that.
Oh,
Buy
dear.
my gold, buy my Bitcoin, or I got these special bottles of medicine someplace. You can buy them. They're flogging everything. What about a book?
Yeah.
Any books to sell?
Yeah, maybe.
I got a load. That's all. Oh, crikey.
Look, at the end of the day, we're not interested in that.
No.
We're just interested in being passionate and sharing information intuitively, a sense of knowing. You don't have to agree with us, but you can discuss it at least.
Yeah, but remember this sense of knowing. Remember, Gabriel is here quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
And the reason I am here is because I was sent here by the Creator. It's His will I am doing here. His will only I'm doing here. Nothing else. It's His will. That's the divine will.
There you go.
So Feckham.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I tell you what, I'm enjoying this one. It's much lighter than the last one.
Yeah, and there's a bit of controversy as well, and a bit of
To be sure,
flogging,
sir, to be sure.
Flogging products, and
Yeah, we're selling all these products.
bit of a soapbox, bit of laughter, bit of serious info. It's like a variety show in the 60s, isn't it?
I'm expecting the band to arrive any second.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, look, we got it all, folks.
Yeah, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get.
Soft centers. If I have a toffee, oh,
Where's your lollipops gone?
I only had one or two. That was it.
Yeah. So
I'm thinking in my diet.
anything else there quickly before we shut down?
No, I think we've covered everything for the time being. And do we need a part 3, or do we just leave it at that and go on to something new?
I think we'll go on to something new the next time.
Yeah.
So if you got any questions, there is an email address that goes along with the video. So can you address emails to that address? Because people are continuously asking me for my email. And on the odd occasion where I've extremely reluctantly gave up my email before, it has never worked out pretty good. I've always had regrets, big regrets about doing it. So I'm very, very hesitant about giving out my email. It just brings a lot of anger, anxiety with it. Unwanted problems.
Well, the best way for people to contact, let's have a look here quickly. At the top of the channel, just go to the far right where it says about, and the email address is in there.
What is it?
Okay.
Can you call it out?
Yeah, but it's a bit opinions dash at and then the at symbol hotmail.com. So it's in there. So if
so
you
it's
click,
opinions at, then at.
no.
What is it?
Opinions dash
Dash. Okay, yeah.
at. You see, when I first created that particular email many years ago, when the internet first started, I put AT thinking it would come up with the at symbol.
So you didn't know what you were at.
I didn't know what I was at, so I've got two ats. One's the symbol and one's the word. Oh dear.
Yeah.
So look, it's in there. If you press the about tab, in the description at the bottom, it says Dermot has conversations with William, Archangel Gabriel, to talk about spirituality and helping humanity understand from a deeper perspective. If you would like your questions answered privately, you can contact here, and the email address. Okay, so please don't bug William. Just bug that email address, and I will contact William when I get some spare time.
I'm sorry about this, folks, but I don't know. There was really a lot. I've had lots of requests for my email, but you understand the reason. The odd time that I was persuaded eventually to give my address, why did I suffer because of it? It brought huge problems giving out, not just to one person, but to different people. So I said, no more. But go to the prayer I gave out, called Gabriel's Prayer, and it is my gift to humanity, and it does carry my vibrations. So if you want to help anybody, have anybody in mind that's ill, away you go.
Yep. So on that note, it's thank you very much, everybody. Once again, it's been a pleasure, and I
really enjoy this one. I enjoy this one. Yeah, it's been fun to do this. It's been
good.
Fun. Yeah.
I'll have to be a bit more controversial next time, so we can have a right old.
Yeah.
What's the word?
I'll have to find out. I have to find out, are these tea bags reusable? Oh.
I know people who use them twice.
Oh, really? Does it work? Oh, I didn't know that. Do you mean I just decided? I mean, is that? Oh, I'll have to think about that.
Yeah.
Tea bag.
These people grew up during the Depression and the war, mind you, but you know, don't.
How's that,
generation?
Have a nice one. And so it's goodbye from you.
And it's goodbye from him.
Thank you, folks.